When I see either art photography, I also am a photographer. When I see amazing photography, you know, it motivates me to go out there with take my camera next time I head out.
So what marketing strategies do you use so people can find you and know who you are, that you exist, that you have this service?
The best thing that's worked for me is just doing a good job when I'm asked to do a job. Mm-hmm. That's like the only marketing, honestly, that I've had to do.
It's just word of mouth then. Someone else
word of
calls
mouth,
you.
not being shy about it, and like I work at a corporate ad agency, and I had flyers and I went around and said, I have a show coming up.
I'm gonna go with moments, you know, like the things that motivate me at like different moments in my career that I can go back on and think about that, you know, kind of propel me to the next thing, you know? So like back in 2000, we used to do shows here at a big club called Maritime Hall, and it held about 3,000 people. And we did it 3 years in a row. 98, we brought out Eminem, Black Eyed Peas. Eminem didn't even have a deal yet, and this was kind of their testing ground with our show. And 99, we did some more shows with Exhibit. In 2000, we came back with Mos Def. But each year, it happened on September 15th. Somehow, we would schedule around the same time. Now, my birthday is September 16th. So at midnight at each one of those shows for 3 years, I was upstairs in the balcony just looking out at like something that I worked hard for since 16 and enjoyed my birthday. Watching De La Soul, watching The Roots, watching like so much talent, and watching like the smiles on people's faces next to me. And those things you can't really pay me for. Right. You know, and money can't buy those. So those are the things that motivate me to continue doing dope shows, to continue, you know, to continue living my life free.
How about distribution? Because I know that's important. How do you get your product, your service, into the hands of the consumer? Right? Because that's your ultimate goal. Artists want to share what they do with the world. Is there a process that you go through? Do you think about it?
Yeah, I think there's a process that you go through. I think it depends. I mean, it depends on what it is for starters. I mean, and then like if you write a book, there's a process. Obviously, you need an agent and you need a publisher. And if you do a movie, then there's a process of, you know, going through film festivals and then finding distribution that way, or going directly to distribution companies or doing something on the net. So you have to be creative in that too, but I think you also have to know what it is that you need, and you have to learn sort of what's necessary. I mean, there are books out on that, and I think that's the part of the business that you can learn. I mean, the art part is you and your process, and you can't really learn that. I mean, you know.
You gotta have it or you don't have it, right? I know you gotta be it.
But then I think you gotta know what to do, and you gotta do it right. And I agree with this, that you have to be brave, sort of, and you have to hustle. If you can't hustle for your own product, then find somebody who can do it for you. So it took some time. It took a lot of talking, took a lot of prep talks with friends and people, and sort of getting myself out there. Now I don't have a problem with it anymore.
You know how much it works.
Yeah, I think I did enough work in the sense that now I feel like, no, you know what, this is really working.
This is who I am. So that means you can walk away from projects. Because I tell small businesses that all the time.
Oh yeah.
I says you have to be able to walk away.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you have to know that you do have some value. And is that person you're dealing with, do you want to deal with them? Do you want to work with them? Because you know when you're new, it's like, oh, I'll work with anybody, I'll do anything for anything, because I just want to do it. And there's a lot of fear there too. Like, I might not get anything, so I better take whatever's there. But after a while, it's very important. It's a two-way street.
No is a very powerful word, I've learned. Especially in like Hollywood or something. You say no to somebody, they all listen to you, because everybody does everything all the time. That's throwing yourself away kind of thing, where you have to, I mean, I guess that's true for every business, but I think in the arts especially, because everybody wants you to work for free and promise you that thing in the end that never comes. And so you do it a few times, and then
now you said in Hollywood, it's everybody wants you to say no, or they want you to say yes, and if you say no, they listen to you?
Yeah, they listen to you if you say no, because most people don't.
Well, you know, they're trying to get you for the cheapest they can get you, especially for certain people. Like, you know, you're working with certain companies. The internet is right there. You can easily Google and find out how much money they just raised that month.
Sure.
Meanwhile, the other person's on the line saying, "We really don't have a budget, Mr. Marshall. Could you please do it for, you know, And I'm like, hey, you guys just raised $1 million this week or $10 million this week. You know, let me speak to your boss. You know,